goes to John Kuchar, Jen Hager, Jay Gallant, the new designer on this project. They worked tirelessly making sure that we have scaled back this project to a more reasonable level, and then we're going out to bid again. It's been advertised in the Central Register last Wednesday. We've eliminated the masonry subcontractor. We've eliminated a lot in this project. And hopefully the new bids, which are due September 21st, come in on budget. But we've taken a lot out of this project. And you know, the worst case scenario for me is if we lose the federal grant. You know, that's $150,000 matched by another $150,000. That's a lot of money that we could potentially lose. So we want to make sure we get at least the bare bones done. I think we'll get more than the bare bones done. And then as long as the work is completed by next June, I think we're all set. So we're good to go. Police station filed sub-bids were open August 17. General bids are due September 14th. We moved the general bids a couple more weeks because we're waiting on the Planning Board and Conservation Commission. Planning Board had a hearing, was it last Monday? That went very positively. I think most of the issues, if not all of them, have been addressed. The neighbor concerns and so forth. Conservation Commission is tomorrow night, and that's the next hearing. I'm assuming things will go smoothly at that meeting, and then we'll be ready to open the general contractor bids on the 14th. So we're moving forward with this project. There are some concerns. I won't go into them now. I can address them at the questions, but you know, we're on target. And draft town meeting warrant will be presented on September 19th, and the board will sign it on October 3rd. So the draft comes first. I'll answer any questions that you may have, and then on the 3rd of October, you'll sign the final warrant. What we're going to do this year is the major issue at this fall town meeting is the library project. We're going to have town meeting. If the vote is supportive of the library, then we will schedule a special election, and the warrant for that special election will be before the board after that fall town meeting. We have until January 12th in order to approve that. So we've got plenty of time, but we just want to make sure that we're following proper procedure. So if it's a positive vote at town meeting, then we will probably present a draft election warrant at the following Board of Selectmen's meeting to schedule a special election.
Special election, yeah.
You know, the reason we did it this way is because the cost of the special election is significant, and so we didn't want to plan a special election prior to the town meeting vote and then take them in order.
Yeah, very smart.
Because we have time.
Absolutely.
So, all right, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Jim. John?
No, thank you, Jim, for your update, and I think everything's been addressed that I had.
Thank you. Dave?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jim, yes, thank you for the update, as always. Quick question on the boilers. Are the boilers at the elementary school pretty much the same size as the ones?
They are. A very similar project. The only difference is there's a little bit more of a distance to get to the elementary school boilers, rather than just off the rear of the building, where you can go right through to and then to the boiler room in the early learning center. The elementary school, you got to go down the hall a little bit, so it'll be a little bit more challenging to get those boilers in place. So there may be a slight impact on the bid cost, but other than that, I don't think there's any big difference in the boilers. We've asked for Baderas boilers, as we have in all municipal facilities, and I'm assuming MPC will be one of the bidders. Very competitive company.
But using that 125 bid that we have is at least a reasonable foundation for the project budget for the upcoming one. So
Exactly.
Okay. I did want to, as you did, thank John and Jen and I guess Jay. I'm aware that they put in a significant amount of work to get this bid package ready for the new offering. So thanks to them for all that work. hopefully we get good results for that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Dave. Mike?
I have one question. It just came up. I didn't have anything until this came up. With the grants for Goddard Lodge
Yeah.
and the match, the funds, we have till June to have the work complete? Or is that the grant money work complete as of June? Not the entire project, it's just the amount, the portion that was granted?
That's correct.
And matched?
That's correct. So it's essentially $300,000. You know, a lot of the work, part of that original grant was for trail work around Marion's Camp and so forth. A lot of that work has been completed, but it's really, the majority of this project is Goddard Lodge rehab.
Okay.
And that's where the significant amount of that $300,000 is going towards. I'm confident that we will be done, assuming these bids come in on bid as estimated, then I'm confident that we'll get it complete by June 30th.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I just have a couple of comments. As to the boilers, I would like to definitely highlight to the community the fact that utilizing the green energy grant in such a fashion displays how much thought and effort that our finance team puts in to making sure that we can not only provide the services necessary to the students in the building, but also in such a fashion that doesn't hurt us in the wallet. So thinking out of the box time and time again, I think that's excellent. Plus, it goes to Mike Chizzy's vision of keeping Sutton a green community. So I think that's fantastic. And of course, last but not least, we also have to recognize Doreen DeFazio. She's not here, but again, this is her saving us money, so that's just excellent. Municipal, I would like to thank Debbie in advance because I know she works very hard in getting whatever it is out there, so thank you, Debbie. And kudos, once again, to Conservation and Planning for holding the police building project accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, we have very high standards in our town for our residents, for the businesses that come in, and even though I'm a member of the building committee myself, I felt that it was very important that we, as a project, also get held to those standards. So, you know, it's been a long process, but they have stayed true, they've been consistent, and I think the design team has responded.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we are going to have the best police station possible.
Yeah.
So thank you to all those involved. The last thing I did have was one quick question in regards to the warrant. Is FinCom going to have a hearing, or have they already?
They have a hearing plan, a public hearing for September 26th, which is a Tuesday night, I believe, 6:30 p.m. They will probably, I told Chairman Bannon to tell his members to watch the Selectmen's meeting if they so choose, because they'll see the draft warrant presented at that point in time. And then their hearing is the following Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'm sure as we go through it, there'll be questions that come up from us,
Right.
and maybe the members of FinCom will pick up on something that maybe we missed.
Right.
So obviously, we want to make sure that the whole warrant from top to bottom is properly vetted.
Right.
All right. Sorry, Facebook. All right, next up, we get to wrap things up with announcements, roundtable, correspondence, and business topics. John?
I have none, except for, go back to the boiler. Jim, what's been nice and on our side is the weather, because, you know, the heating element has been down, and we haven't needed that, so for the last couple of weeks, or the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
it's been a good time to put them in without any of those concerns.
Yeah, you know, and that was part of our consideration, whether we wanted to go out to bid immediately and do the elementary school boilers, but it's too close to the heating season.
Yeah.
So if we went out to bid and, you know, project gets started in middle October, and it's just too late. So we're going to push it off to the spring to do that job.
Nothing else.
Thank you. Dave?
Just one thing, Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to mention our goals and objectives meeting and just thank everybody here, everybody in this room in particular, for a productive meeting. I thought it went well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike?
Just a reminder that the VFW Legion is having their chicken barbecue. Barbecue is the 9th. It's the 9th, right?
Saturday?
Saturday,
Noon to 5.
noon to 5.
Dunk tank.
And the dunk tank.
I know I'll be there.
Can't wait. And that would be it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, very good. I just have two quick thank yous and, of course, the food pantry update. First, I'd like to thank everyone at St. Mark's. We, once again, speaking of the food pantry, did our monthly run, and the generosity is consistently inspiring. I talked to Michelle the other day, and she said, if it wasn't for that monthly donation by St. Mark's, then she doesn't know what she would do. So time and time again, St. Mark's is there for the food pantry, so thank you to everyone who continually gives food on a monthly basis. Secondly, I'd like to thank everyone who was involved in the Labor Day breakfast. Once again, they put on a tremendous feast. The Common was packed, the sun was out. It was just a wonderful event from beginning to end. And again, talk about charity. I know a lot of those monies will go back to town. There was different fundraising events available. So again, people who came out, gave, got to walk away with a good fare. So I know I enjoyed myself. And lastly, our weekly or bi-weekly update for the food pantry. Of course, even though St. Mark's did just make the delivery, there is still need, and the needs are going to shift because now that school's back, true, they're not going to need as many snacks, but the colder weather is going to be coming in, so people are going to need to make more fuller meals. So with that in mind, Michelle is looking for pie crusts, canned pineapple, mayonnaise, Spam, canned ham, beets, canned beets, canned spinach, hamburger helper, tuna helper, rice pilaf, hand soap, and toothbrushes. All right, I think that's it. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion, hearing second. All those in favor? Aye. Passes 4-0.